Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to a new episode of Business Insider. Tonight, we'll be talking about a very important topic, which is the energy interconnection, the management of energy interconnection, and Egypt's role, big role in that interconnection, Egypt being at the center and at the heart of the world. Africa, Asia, Europe, Egypt is the center of the world. So we'll be talking about energy interconnection management and Egypt's big role in that. And we have the great pleasure of having with us here in the studio engineer Mohamed Selim Salman. He's an energy expert and consultant, and he's also a board member of the Arab Energy Council for Sustainable Development. A very good evening to you, Engineer Salman. Thank you for being with us, and happy Ramadan.
Thank you very much. Really, it's the pleasure of mine, and good evening for all. I'm very interested to discuss and explore such critical subject.
We are keen to learn and to listen, Dr. Salman, from you on that topic. Allow us first, Engineer Salman and dear viewers, to watch a report about our main topic for tonight, energy interconnection management and Egypt's role in that, and then we'll come back and start our discussion.
Thanks.
On the occasion marking the Meteorological Day, data from the Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics showed that Egypt ranked second after Morocco in the Middle East and North Africa in the Climate Change Performance Index, the CCPI, for the year 2024. The index data attributed this advanced ranking to the fact that Egypt has taken measures to invest in large-scale renewable energy projects, such as encouraging the installation of solar and wind energy. Egypt achieved rank number 22 out of 67 countries included in the Climate Change Performance Index for the year 2024, ahead of Algeria, which achieved rank number 54, Turkey, which achieved rank 56, and the United Arab Emirates, which achieved rank 65. The month of June recorded the highest monthly average amount of total solar radiation in Egypt during the year 2022, as it reached 30.6 megajoule per square meter at the Hurghada monitoring station, followed by 29.8 M2 at the Kharga monitoring station. The highest average monthly maximum temperature in Egypt during the year 2022 was 42.6 degrees Celsius in the month of August at the Aswan monitoring station, while the minimum temperature reached 29.7 degrees Celsius in the month of August at the Sharm el-Sheikh monitoring station, and the Port Said monitoring station also recorded the highest average. Monthly relative humidity in Egypt during 2022 reached 81%, and that was in December. The Center Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics issued a press release on the occasion of the World Meteorological Day, which is celebrated on the 23rd of March every year since the establishment of the World Meteorological Organization and the start of implementation of the Meteorological Convention to help countries preserve the environment and achieve sustainable development.
Thank you for staying with us, dear viewers, and welcome back. And thanks to Abi Hussein and Rasha Abdul Hamid for this report. We are here in the studio, our Nile TV studios, with Engineer Mohamed Selim Salman, the energy consultant and expert, and the board member of the Arab Energy Council for Sustainable Development. Now, Engineer Salman, first of all, what is meant by energy interconnection and energy interconnection management? The definition, the scientific definition.
Yes. Thank you very much. And really, I appreciate this report regarding to the climate change and was the ranking of Egypt and Morocco all over the world. That's great. Interconnection management and interconnection between countries, this is and board traders. This is a most important subject to also to focusing in the climate change and net zero, and also fostering and promoting more and more regarding to the renewable energy. As you know, in Africa and also in the equator line, there is the solar energy will be high regarding to the PV and thermal, and in the north of the earth, you will find wind energy. So there is a good vision has been raised by China, and makes that the interconnection between all the globe, all the continents. And you know that if there is a day light at certain countries.
In the northern hemisphere, then it's nighttime in the southern hemisphere and vice versa.
So there is interconnection. Once this is raised, so we should think about how it is technically succeeded.
Well, actually, it's not north and south. It's east and west, right?
East and west.
Sorry,
yes,
east and west.
yes.
The Greenwich lines.
Yes, that's great. So this should be the interconnection. There is should be a technical facilities should be there. What's the technology should be applied, and how makes the financing between each country and the others.
Right. Before you proceed, I mean, I was just thinking about this recently. So if you keep going west, let's assume we are here in Egypt, and we are moving towards Libya. We are moving west, and then from Libya to Tunisia, to Algeria, to Morocco.
Yes.
Of course, the sun sets first in Egypt. Compared to the other countries,
yes,
I mean, compared to Libya.
Yes, then next.
Then Libya, then Tunis, then Algiers, then Rabat, say, or Casablanca, or whatever.
Yes.
So if we are driving a car and we're going west, that's just, you know, so that means we will continue. If we move at a certain speed, we will continue to see the sun setting down, down, and so on.
If you have in a rocket and move around the earth, maybe you can stay at the daytime all the time.
Right.
But really, regarding to the electricity and energy trading, this is most important to climate change, to keep the temperature rise of the earth. The average temperature rise should not exceed by 1.5. So due to the greenhouse gases, it is protecting the earth. But if it is this concentration of CO2 emissions increased more and more, so it will make as a shield on the earth, then it will heat up and warm up the earth. At this case, you cannot imagine the results. Maybe the planets cannot grow well, and also fruits cannot grow well. So this is, and also the ice in the north may be melted. So it is a really a critical issue, and all the world should take care of that. Then how we can improve our strategies regarding to depending on the renewable energy. Instead of each country to do it with itself, they will do. But moreover is additional effort between the countries together, then interconnection should be there. Interconnection, really in the past, it was to secure the power supply between country to the other country. But now it is to secure power supply and also to promote the utilization of renewable energy.
Right.
This is additional
to preserve a clean environment.
That's right. That's right.
And of course, it serves financial and economic goals.
Sure, it is investment. There is infrastructure, and there is even stock market for that.
And you save energy.
I can tell you, instead of building more and more power plants,
then and the demand
for a certain time, it is not
peak
take
time, yeah.
not take all the power generated by the power plants. Then you have a surplus margin. This surplus margin you can trade with the neighbor countries. Even if there is a transmission line between Egypt and Cape Town, for example, South Africa, and this was also studied and before in the Minister of Electricity. So you can trade this margin. Now it is connected with Sudan, okay, and
we'll talk about how Egypt and how Egypt is central in that interconnection energy network. But first, Engineer Salman, what about the global energy interconnection? There's something called GEI, the Global
Energy
Interconnection, and its significance in today's world.
Really, this is the point that maybe 1 year ago, Minister of Electricity of Egypt attended a conference in China to make this interpreting the same language between all the states all over the world, on the globe, to make these interconnections and put in strategic of each country. This is really important, and it is mentioned to make the interrelation and support the collaboration between the states. We hope that to be happen. And hope the political situation all over the states to be more safe and more relaxed, to give the opportunity to the people who are working in the benefit of the earth to work. Otherwise, it's, if it is something happen here or there, for example, Ukraine or for Palestinian or for anywhere, then you cannot make, or Sudan also, so you cannot make this interconnection happen, and if it is happen, you cannot also operate it in a proper way, a smooth way. So it is really, we are looking forward to save our planet, and to and there are a lot of people understand, and they are good people to work in that direction. We hope the people who are devils stop now for a while.
Yeah, it's amazing how politics, you know, goes into everything, really.
Yes.
So back to the interconnection of energy and the management of that. So we want to utilize the fact that the southern hemisphere has lots of solar energy, and the northern hemisphere has lots of wind energy.
Yes.
And we want to benefit from the fact that the peak times, you know, needed for energy or electricity in specific is different from country to country. Again, depending on the
interconnection between each countries. Yes.
And thus develop a plan to for the export and import of energy.
Sure, it is not.
And this helps save the planet as well. And if we depend on renewable energy.
Yes, if we depend on renewable energy and also depend on the natural gas. You know, for example, in Africa, we have North Africa power pool, and also Eastern African power pool, Southern African power pool, and Central African power pool, and the Western. So we have 5 power pools. Power pool means certain countries connecting together. Okay, so this is makes the opportunity to trade the electricity between country to country. This is for example. It is not only for electricity, it's mainly for electricity, but also can be done regarding to the fuel supply. Instead of making pipeline of natural gas, and because if it is natural gas supplied to the power plants, if it is for petrochemicals, this is something else. But for the power plants, power stations, then instead of that, we can use the natural gas at the source, for example, in Nigeria, and build the power plant beside the the source of natural gas and submit or transmit the electricity via this transmission line, the
grid.
ultra high voltage DC, because this is long distance. Long distance is about from Cairo to Cape Town, around 6,400 kilometers. This can be done also by electricity. If it is 11,000 kV DC, can be also connected. Maybe some substation in between along the road. And at that time, you can make contributions and extra sublines from this main line.
Absolutely. So Egypt definitely, because it is in the heart of the world, really, it's part of a lot of poles, a lot of grids, right?
Yes.
So where do you want to start? I believe the North African grid is very strong.
Yes.
Egypt, Libya, Tunis, Algeria, and Morocco.
Egypt is really a hub. It is a gift from God that our geographical geographical location, that we have the role, and we have to work on this role. Okay, we can make a connection.
We cannot escape.
No, no escape. It's a gift. It's a gift from God. We should do it. If we want or not. Okay, really, the connection with Libya, okay, is there, and it is a long time ago. It's 2008, for example, and also connection from Libya to Tunisia, and Tunisia to Algeria, from Algeria to Morocco, and Morocco to Spain. I want to tell you regarding to the connection, the submarine cables from Morocco to Spain. It was built or established to provide the electricity from Spain to Morocco at the beginning. But later on, as Morocco has really a significant and a great strategy regarding to the renewable energy, they now export electricity to Spain instead of importing the electricity.
Well, if it's not Morocco, then who else? I mean, it's the closest to Europe anyway. It's the closest African country to Europe.
Okay, but it is still the strategy of the country, really.
Of course.
And this is regarding to this western line from Egypt.
So what comes out of Egypt goes to Spain in the end.
If it is submitted with a certain value of energy and capacity, this can be submitted, no problem, can be traded.
And since it went to Spain, then it probably would go to the rest of Europe.
Yes, yes, and but really, Egypt made also the study for submarine cables to Greece, from Cairo, from Egypt to Greece, from north of Mediterranean, maybe Dab'a project. Once it's in operation, it will support this. But one more point regarding to the Europe regulations. Europe regulations now consider that needs the renewable energy, not else. But the fossil fuel is not most welcome. But they want the renewable energy. In the same time, Egypt has a lot of agreements and contracts now between the several companies to work on the wind and solar energy. Let me concentrate in the solar energy to thermal. It is not only PV, but thermal power plants is most important to be utilized now, because now we have the solar energy, but we need to make the thermal power plant. Thermal power plant, it's now the technology is advanced, and also makes the power plant operation at night time. There is a storage system to operate at night time, and this is a good thermal storage system. Okay, so we want to really to concentrate in the also the thermal power plants.
Right. We also can reach Europe via the line that goes to Jordan, Syria, and Turkey, right?
Yes, this is the eastern
The
arm. The
okay.
eastern arm.
Talk to us about the eastern arm.
Yes, eastern arm really, there is a connection already with Jordan, and Jordan to Syria, and maybe Syria to Lebanon, and from there from Syria to Turkey. But still the political issue stop the interconnection and the trading between Syria and Turkey. We request, please let the technology work and make the planet safe.
Let the politics aside.
Yes, please let the politics outside this. Okay, so the connection between Syria and Turkey, and also Iraq, also Iraq to Kuwait, and Kuwait to the Gulf area. Also, this is the power pool, the Gulf area.
And Iraq to Iran as well.
Iraq to Iran, I don't think it is, if it is there or not. Yes, there is a plan for that. One line plan and one line connected. Yes, from Iraq to Iran. Yes. So regarding to the electricity or energy trading, this will make the communities and the countries in
much better shape.
Sure. So really, it is good issue to be discussed now. Okay.
What about our connection to the south, to Africa, Sudan, and the rest?
We have two lines. The first one regarding to the connection with the Sudan has been completed and also in operations, but it is a small margin, 200 megawatt, but the capacity will be higher if there is a connection between Sudan and another neighbor countries. And the same time from Egypt to Saudi Arabia. This also
we've been hearing about this for a long time.
Yes, it is now it is started in construction. I think it is now in construction, but really it needs to be in faster track. Yes, yes.
So do we reach Africa? Because Egypt's position in Africa is very important, and Africa looks up to Egypt in a lot of matters, and certainly one of them would be the interconnection of energy. So after Sudan, do we reach, or can we reach the heart of Africa?
Can be reached. Do you know, this is the role of Egypt also. We have the technology, we have the expertise, we have the companies to do the job, except the fund. Maybe the fund needs to developers to work on that. Could you imagine that countries like Nigeria, like Central African Republic, Chad, all these only have electricity, access to electricity less than around the 25%? 75% of people has no electricity access.
It's a surprise, especially if we talk about Nigeria. Nigeria is a big country, and it's a rich country. I mean, it has a lot of resources.
This is the point.
Oil resources.
So really, I have also the opportunity to deliver some courses with the Nigerian people, and really they are interested with our expert and in our practice and experience in electricity sector, and they invite us really to lead this issue in their country. So we need only to make the political attract the departments.
But here there are no political problems. I mean, Egypt is a friend with everybody in Africa.
Yes, but we want to make economical relationship, strong economical relationship, to give this opportunity to happen in Nigeria. They most welcome with the...
Actually, Egypt is probably a friend to the whole world. I mean, really.
Yes, it is.
Not just
as I told you, this is a gift of the earth. It's a gift of Allah. So they have to work on that direction, and it is really our role to work on that direction.
So you believe there is a big opportunity in Africa for Egypt, and the benefit will be mutual.
Sure.
But,
Sure. This is it is not only opportunity. It is high potential opportunity and customers there. if it is not in interconnection, can be also done by microgrids. Microgrids that we can use the electricity, the renewable energy or PV system in a small communities. Maybe it's for 1 mega, for example, communities. Once the interconnections come, we can make this interconnection between these microgrids and the transmission line interconnection. So within certain facilities inside. So this is also a good opportunity to provide a help to the sub-Saharan African, okay, and in the same time also we can make a good business in this area instead of other countries outside of Africa can come. Really, this is good opportunity to handle this issue.
Indeed. Engineer Salman, could you talk to us about some of the projects or initiatives that Egypt is involved in the global energy interconnection, the GEI?
Yes, it is already this connection between Egypt and Libya, Sudan, and in progress now Saudi Arabia, also with Jordan, and all the connection with Palestine. Also, we hope that this dilemma to be finished. And
absolutely, you know, it's gone too long, and civilians, yes, women and children are paying the price. Innocent civilians are paying the price of attacks of a barbaric occupation, really.
We hope,
and even the UN Security Council resolution has not stopped this.
We hope that it can be handled soon, really. Okay, and also the projects with the Gulf area, if it is connected with Saudi Arabia, and this will be also a good trading electricity, and also stock market will open opportunity for the stock market auctions. It is for long term and mid term. I remember that in this episode, studio, we mentioned that why makes the contract between transmission line with the developers. Transmission line should be free and should be independent as the transmission operator system. So the contracts should be with the NAREA, for example, and developers, and even with the companies, other companies. And this is now, it looks like it's okay. They are really making.
So you wanted to basically just depend on supply and demand. I mean,
yes, the operator should be independent. Should not has any bias to any. If he has a contract with a certain company and have a certain value or tariff for this, so he will bias to this contract. Yes, okay, but he should be independent, and he should make this as a transmission system operator, and in free issues, and raise the auctions, and the companies provide their auctions to this, and which the merit then they should take. Okay. So really, the transmission line company should be as the operator of the grid.
Right.
Yes.
Now we understand now the necessity of this interconnection, especially when it comes to electricity. Could you talk to us now about the fact that a country like Egypt can, for instance, export solar energy? And where are we in this, and where should we move to improve in that area?
Now we have several contracts with the developers regarding to the wind and solar. This is for electricity and for hydrogen. So both are a secondary product from the primary one. So renewable energy is a primary. And the supply chain of energy.
Right.
Yes, there is the primary is the natural solar and
solar
wind.
in this case.
Solar
And I
and
mentioned solar because of what we have in Binban, for instance.
Oh, okay. Well, it's one Benban is one location, but there is a different locations should be there. Okay, and this is as a primary. Okay, but the secondary product is the electricity
Or the hydrogen,
as well as hydrogen. Hydrogen at that time as a secondary product, if you want to blend it with the natural gas and export to a certain power plants, or can be also exported to a certain factory regarding to ammonia, methane, or petrochemicals, whatever the case. Okay, so it is now as a secondary product. Once this is the major issue all over the world, it's the trend all over the world. So it is a great opportunity to invest in the renewable energy in Egypt and sub-Sahara area. Sub-Sahara area, it's a long area, can be also used in the renewable energy to the benefit of Egypt and also the business people in this matter. Yes.
Okay. What about the situation in Egypt itself? We don't have any problems anymore when it comes to electricity, right?
The point now regarding to the capacity of power plants can cover any demands, not only domestics but also industrial or commercial, whatever the case. The most important issue now regarding to the fuel supply. The fuel supply has a certain utilization or several utilizations. One of them is the electricity power plants. But electricity power plants has purchased this natural gas by a certain value. It is non-economic, not only for electricity, but also for the petroleum company. So what we should do now, we should increase the PV system, especially at the rooftop, at the end user. Because as we mentioned here also in this study, we mentioned that 1 kilowatt hour generated by PV system at the end user equal 3 kilowatt hour in the input of fuel to the power plants.
Because of the waste?
Because the efficiency of the power plant and the losses in the transmission line and distribution. So it is just generate electricity and PV system. At the end user, he can use it immediately.
One third.
One-third. Yes.
So I guess it's very important to limit the waste or limit
yes.
to find a certain technology to minimize the loss.
It is the technology is there, but really the wastes or the losses not due to the technology. The loss is due to different issue, other than technology, non-technical losses.
So they cannot be solved. I mean, there has to be waste.
Can be solved, but really needs a lot of monitoring, a lot of awareness to the people. They should understand the case, and this electricity is not free. This electricity costs us such amount, and in the same time. We need another products of petroleum like benzene, like solar, like
right.
that. Right. So how we can make this mix together in economic way, this should be studied. This should be studied. So this certain value to electricity and this certain value to export to bring or import another products. This is the reason I mentioned many times the liberalization of the electricity, not for the domestics,
not for residential purposes,
not for residential, but for the industrial, for the industrial and commercial. Then should be international price, and this is the liberalization, and it's come, and there is the law. The law have been issued since 2015, number 87. So why we didn't implement This is, and even at the recent information that should be implemented by 2025, but the 2025 is tomorrow. Then it looks like hard time. And then the
Well,
same,
probably because there are other factors, because you want to endorse the industrial sector that needs a boost at this time, because you want to get the economy back on track. So there are a lot of factors involved.
the stakeholders should be sit together and raise the issue and how we can handle this. Win-win situation. Win-win situation. Really, it's most important issue, the liberalization of the electricity sector, and starting by the high-intensive consumers of electricity.
Okay. As we near the end of the episode, back again to Egypt's role globally in the management of energy interconnection. Tell us about the prospects, what you see in the future, what we can do to improve.
Egypt really play a great role all over the world, and the world understand that, really. And a most important issue regarding to the access of electricity to Africa, this Egypt can play a great role on that. And also utilization of renewable energy in Egypt and in Africa, interconnection between the neighbors, and makes a strong grid and network between the countries in Africa. So it is, I think it is most important. I want to say regarding to the Ethiopian high dam also. If there is interconnection with Ethiopia, then there is electricity should be delivered, and in the same time he cannot generate electricity without water flow. So he should generate electricity and permit a certain amount of water to be moved inside the Nile. So this is should be together all, and I'm sure that the people who are, or the experts who are working in that files can manage the case. And I am there always welcome, most welcome, to help. Yes.
Yes, perfect. So finally, Engineer Salman, what would you like to say concerning the necessity of interconnection energy management globally in the world we live in today?
The global energy trading in Europe is there, in the States is there, also in a certain areas is there. So it is only needs to implement and to accelerate the rates here in our country. And we have to also to take the advantage,
yes,
okay,
the initiative,
and it will work. It will work.
So what are the driving forces that motivate the globe to walk on this path? There are a lot of driving forces.
Sure. There is really a most important question, and I remember this. Yes, most of them, how you can control the climate change, how you can promote the renewable energy, how you can make a good business from electricity, in electricity trading, instead of submitting or transmitting the natural gas along with the pipeline. Okay, you can use electricity as instead of natural gas, for example. So really there are a lot of driving forces to make the countries and the globe states to work and operate.
But we have to put the politics aside.
Politics makes the states together, collaborate together, instead of make a conflict. And there is a conflict. Everyone, we studied with the American team regarding to the conflict resolution, how we can handle any resolution. But sometimes wouldn't like to make this compromise or discussion on the table. Then you go to the force directly. Why? You sit on the table and discuss, then win-win the situation, understand the needs of the other party, and make a compromise solution for that.
So the world is in a situation where it must work on more energy interconnection.
Sure, sure. This is should be, and really Egypt work on that seriously, and hope this is also can be done in near future.
Inshallah.
Excuse
Yes.
me. You know the target of Egypt of renewable energy by 2030 should be 42%. How we can do it? By we have only 6 years. 6 years to increase the ratio of the.
And where is the ratio now?
The ratio now is.
It's far from the 42%.
Yes, far. It looks like 20, but it is not.
Okay, yeah.
It is not 20, but it is around the 20. Okay. This is the number has been mentioned by the official. Okay, and reports. So it is you need 22%.
Almost double. You need to almost double
within the 6 years.
Within
the
6
6 years.
Yeah.
So this is and this is the reason that mentioned that the green hydrogen replaced by low carbon hydrogen strategy that has been released maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So that means instead of green hydrogen, which is has a lot of constraints, then makes the low carbon hydrogen that you can put some certain low carbon emissions like natural gas, which is the blue hydrogen. So blue hydrogen with the green hydrogen together can make the low carbon hydrogen strategy. Yes.
Good. And this is how we can reach the 42% target by the year 2030.
Almost yes. Almost yes.
But we have to speed up.
100%. We have to speed up. And makes it is really our friends and the colleagues, they are working in that direction, and maybe there is a lot of constraints. If you are official in official office, there is maybe constraints for that.
Sure.
But looks like good, and we hope that this can be done in faster track. Yes, thank you.
God willing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Engineer Mohamed Selim Salman, the energy expert and consultant and the board member of the Arab Energy Council for Sustainable Development. Always a pleasure to have you with us, and happy Ramadan.
Thank you very much, and happy Ramadan, and thanks for this free discussion, really.
Thank you, Engineer
Thanks a lot.
Salman.
Thanks a lot.
And thank you, dear viewers, for watching Business Insider. This is Mohamed Abdurrahim, and this is Good Night.